check, two, hello.
Facing the rising sun of the day.
Hello, two, check, two.
The road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died, yet with a steady breath and unweary feet, come to the place for which our parents sighed. Tears has been watered. We have come treading a path through the blood of the slaughtered. Now from the gloomy past till now we stand at last. we have come, treading the path through the blood of the Son. Now from the gloomy past till now we stand at last, where the white beam of our bright star is fast. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, thou who hast brought us the star on the way, thou who hast by thy mind led us into the light, keep us forever in the path we pray. Lest our feet stray from the places of God where we met thee, lest our hearts drunk with the wine of the world we forget thee. Shadow beneath thy hand, may we forever stand, true to our God, true to our native land. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun, let us march on till victory is won. Stormy the road we trod, bitter the chase we run, felt in the days when hope
Good evening, everyone. I'm Charles Oyesurenchi, and I'm delighted to serve as your host as we kick off this exciting new chapter in our academic journey. Welcome to the 2025-2026 academic year orientation program. Today's session has been carefully designed to give you the essential information you need and help you feel connected to our vibrant learning community. Here is what we have lined up for you. Our Institute Director will officially welcome you and share inspiring thoughts to set the tone for your experience. The Registrar of the Institute will outline our vision, mission, and core values, explain our structure, and introduce the support services available to you. Our Finance Officer will provide key details on fees and payment procedures. The Examinations Officer will walk you through assessment policies and academic expectations. Our Institute Counselor will highlight the counseling and wellness services designed to support you through your studies. We've reserved time for your questions. You can raise your hand and speak when called upon, or type your questions in the chat for easy tracking. This orientation marks the beginning of an enriching academic adventure. We are here to guide you and support you every step of the way. Once again, welcome to our institution. Let's make this journey a rewarding one together. Thank you.
Dear fresh students of the Institute, it is a privilege and a pleasure to welcome you to the Institute of Distance Learning for the 2025-2026 academic year. On behalf of the board, management, and the entire IDL team, I extend my warm congratulations to each of you on securing admission to pursue your studies at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Kumasi, an institution recognized for its excellence in science, technology, and innovative learning across the globe. Your admission marks the beginning of an exciting new chapter. You are now part of a distinguished community dedicated to academic growth, professional excellence, and national development. We are confident that your time with us will challenge, inspire, and prepare you for meaningful contributions to society. Today's orientation has been designed to guide you through an essential aspect of your academic journey. You'll be introduced to the institute structure, our operational processes, and the blended learning model that combines both online and face-to-face engagements. These are core elements of how teaching and learning take place at IDL. Throughout the orientation program, you will receive detailed information on course registration procedures, fee payment requirements, examination processes, and the various academic and administrative support services available to you. We will also outline your responsibilities as students and the policies that guide your conduct during your stay with us. To ensure that your concerns are addressed, there will be an interactive question and answer session. You will also participate in program-specific orientation sessions tailored to unique requirements of your chosen program. Details of these sessions will be shared with you through your official WhatsApp platforms created for communication and support. Additionally, you'll be enrolled in a self-paced course on e-learning tools, an important component of your academic preparation. This has been indicated in your admission letters, and we encourage you to complete it to become familiar with the digital learning environment at KNUST. As an institute that values student-centered learning, we are committed to providing you with the necessary support throughout your studies. Should you face any challenges, our dedicated staff, whose contact details will be made available to you, are always ready to offer guidance. Once again, I warmly welcome you to IDL-KNUST and to this orientation program. We look forward to supporting your academic and personal growth. May your time here be rewarding, transformative, and fulfilling. Congratulations and welcome to IDL family.
I have the pleasure of the board and management of the institute to welcome you to this session of our orientation program. I am Osu Ansa Deborah Esquire, the registrar for the institute. And this session is to give you an insight into the unique operations of the institutes of distance learning, IDL Kumasi. IDL provides a viable complement to the traditional face-to-face mode of university education. This alternative is provided in a flexible mode through our virtual classroom platform and face-to-face sessions. In view of our level of flexibility, majority of our students are professionals or are in the working class. Our vision is to be a leading institute in providing access to continuing and tertiary education and training through distance learning in Africa. Our mission is to provide increased access to quality, flexible, and demand-driven continuing and tertiary education programs through the use of a wide range of information, communication, and management technologies. Our core values are the following: quality education and training, equitable access to tertiary education, culture of excellence, learner-centeredness. These are our core values. Our governance structure is this. We are the 7th college of KNUST. ID has a board and a management team, both chaired by the director of the institute. This is the composition of the management team. Professor Anthony Andrews, the director. Professor Christopher MP is the deputy director. My good self, O.A. Deborah, is the institute registrar. Mrs. Catherine Nakwa is the institute finance officer. Professor Charles Apri is the examinations officer. Mr. Kennedy Hine is the internal auditor. The other members of the management team, and they are Dr. Ali Yakubu Nyaba, assistant examinations officer. Dr. Mrs. Joy Amankwa, who is the senior assistant registrar, that is SAR, our Southern Zone. Mr. Mukaza Zuga, SAR, Northern Zone. Mr. Charles Usu MP, SAR, is in Kumasi, but also taking oversight of the Western Zone. Ms. Amamansa Amwakusi is assistant registrar at the Midland Zone. Ms. Bridget Pra, assistant accountant. Our learning centers and zones. The institute has learning centers where face-to-face facilitation and examinations take place. The learning centers are grouped into 4 zones and manned by zonal coordinators and assisted by center coordinators. The Northern Zone, we are talking about the Northern, Upper East, Upper West, Savannah, and Northeast regions. By Southern Zone, we are talking about Greater Accra, Eastern, Oti, and Volta regions. Midland Zone comprises of Ashanti, Bruno East, and Avo regions. The Western Zone is Western North, Western, and then Central regions. Our location, you can find the Kumasi Zone is our main campus, Castle Hayford building. We are the 2nd floor. Accra, we are at Kwabenya, McCarthy Hill, located at the Regents University campus, and then Adenta. Secondary Accra, we are at Kansarodo. Tamale, we are at Kapohini, just behind Snitz. Our mode of delivery is hybrid or the blended, that is synchronous and asynchronous approach. This means that you attend face-to-face or physical lectures and have online lectures as well. You have to check your respective program timetable to know when you have online or face-to-face lectures. The virtual classroom. As a distance learning institute, a lot of activities are carried out at the virtual space. We use our virtual classroom, that is myclass.knust.edu.gh, Zoom, YouTube, and webinar to conduct our affairs. The virtual classroom is an online classroom that allows participants to communicate, view presentations, interact with learning resources, and in working groups. Visit the platform from your login credentials details that are supplied you after the payment of your fees for live classes, access your course materials, access your lecture slides or videos, and others. Kindly notice that you will know whether you participate in the online activities or not. So do participate, please. You'll be taken through the basics of the virtual classroom and other applications such as the AIM app, course registration, as well as course briefs. We have dedicated program-specific support teams for all our programs to assist you students with such issues. Our students are also provided free Vodafone SIM card for monthly data and core credit to assist you with the online activities. Our support services. We have support for our students, and these are the various supports that we can give you. Academic support, administrative support, counseling services. Yes, the counselor is here, you speak. By academic support, we provide you lecture materials, videos, slides, your user names and passwords, a timetable for lectures and during the examinations, the contact details of your facilitators or lecturers if you understand them that way, the support team, program coordinators, lead facilitators, and others. These are also available on our website. You can know them. Administratively, we provide you with your student ID card. If you need a letter of introduction, we give you one. Your academic transcripts, we provide for you. If you want to defer your programs, we do that. If you want to change your program or center, that is, if it's possible, we change the program for you. The above are to be directed to the director of the institute. And when we are writing, please provide your index numbers, your phone numbers, and your email address, and also the program that you are studying. Our support center is also available to assist you. Every program has a head of department, a coordinator, and examination officer, and also the staff at our centers. They are all there to support you. If you have any issues, please liaise with those that I've mentioned above. Also, there's also your class reps. You will elect them pretty soon when you start lectures. They will also provide you with information. But however, it's just a caution. Remember that their role is to complement those I've already mentioned. Therefore, always cross-check any information that your class rep will provide you. After all, they are yet to be elected, so they are also learning as we are all doing this afternoon. Conduct of examinations. The Institute Examinations Officer will shortly brief you about the conduct of exams in the university. The university has rules, so as IDL, on the conduct of examinations. So please read them on our website and in the student guide available on the website. The university, and therefore the IDL, believes in the sanctity of examinations. We abhor examination malpractice in any form. If you indulge in yourself in examination malpractice, you'll be made to continue to write the paper. But after the paper, you'll be made to write a statement. Even though that statement is voluntary, it will be in your own interest to write the statement. You will later be invited to Kumasi before a committee to hear you on the allegation of exams malpractice, whether mid-semester or end of semester. It is not pleasant at all to experience this, so please desist from any examination malpractice. If you found guilty of exams malpractice, you'll be warned or reprimanded or rusticated for a stated period. You can be suspended from the university services or facilities for a period. You can also be dismissed from the university. And in fact, even if you have your certificate, we can withdraw them on the basis of examination malpractice. So it is serious. Don't do that. Remember that the university has a general disciplinary authority over all students enrolled. You are considered to be on probation for the entire period of your program of study and can be withdrawn at any time for unsatisfactory academic work or a misconduct. All students are thus expected to abide by the rules and regulations of the universities, and that's guiding your study. As I said, you can find them at the student guide available. There will be a question and answer section as part of this orientation program to clarify your concerns, that is, if any. Once again, as the registrar, I congratulate you for gaining admission to this prestigious university. Thank you very much.
I am Catherine Akwa, the Institute Finance Officer. The presentation is on key financial issues that students must know, namely categories of fees, mode of payment, payment terms, refund, and enquiries. Categories of fees. 1 is tuition fee. Tuition fees are paid by all the 3 categories of students. namely postgraduate, undergraduate, and diploma. And it is compulsory. And it varies across postgraduate, undergraduate, and diploma programs. 2 is receipt fee. This is paid by those who trailed or failed in any of the courses. And the fee is 600 per paper per course for postgraduate programs, and then 300 cedis per paper or course for undergraduate or diploma programs. So borrowed course fee. This is paid by students who are about to graduate and are unable to meet the required CWA. The fee is 600 per borrowed course for postgraduate programs, and then 300 cedis per borrowed course for undergraduate and diploma programs. And then finally, the extension fee. This is paid by postgraduate students who are unable to complete their program within the stipulated time. And the fee is 1/3 of the annual tuition fee for every year of extension. And this applies to only postgraduate students. Please, this applies to only postgraduate students. Note that undergraduate students don't pay extension fees. Mode of payment of fees. All fees shall be paid into the designated banks. And the banks are Fidelity Bank, GT Bank, Zenith Bank, GCB Bank Limited, Consolidated Bank Limited, EcoBank, Republic Bank, Stanbic Bank, Absa, Standard Chartered Bank, UBA, and Car Bank. The good news is that you don't have to travel all the way to KNUST before you pay fees. Wherever you are, any of the banks that I mentioned, if there is one there, you just walk in and then you pay your fees. When you get there, you inform the staff that you are a KNUST student and you are coming to pay your fees. They will assist you to pay your fees. All fee payment must be made into KNUST main fees collection account. I repeat, KNUST main fees collection account. You must correctly write your student identification number on the pay-in slip. The pay-in slip is the small sheet of paper that when you get to the bank, the staff will give you to use it for payment. So please make sure that you indicate your identification number correctly on the pay-in slip. Terms of payment. Postgraduate students are to make part payment of 7,000 as commitment fee. And then the undergraduate and then diploma students or programs are to make part payment of 2,000 as commitment fee. Please note that this is the minimum amount that you are supposed to be, and you are not supposed to go below that amount. This commitment fee allows students to have access to online information. So please, if you don't pay the commitment fee, you wouldn't have access to online information. It's very important, please. You pay the commitment fee and then you have access to online information. Students are, however, required to pay at least 70% of the fees before the commencement of the end of first semester examination. After the commitment fee, you should make arrangements to top up to 70% of the fees, and this has to be made before the commencement of the first semester exams. Please, I am pleading, make sure you pay up to 70% before the commencement of the first semester examination. The remaining 30% is to be paid before the end of the registration period for the second semester courses. Students on scholarship are personally liable to ensure fees are paid at the appropriate time. Please, those who have the funds to pay up to 100%, I will encourage you to pay, please. Then my final point is on refund and then enquiries. Usually the university refund excess funds paid by students, and then those on scholarship. If you pay your money and then the sponsors pay the fees, we credit it to your account. So the university refund those monies to students. So if you want to apply for refund, there is no need for you to write. You just go to the student portal, you select bills and payments, and then on the top right corner, the refund button is there, and then you start the process from there. For enquiries, you can contact us on our WhatsApp number 0540 206262. I take the number again, 0540 206262. Or you can call us on 050 358 3668. 050 358 3668. Perchance, if you want to visit us on campus, we are on the second floor in Kingsley Hayford building. Congratulations for being part of IDL family. I wish you a happy stay on campus. May God bless us all. Thank you for your attention.
Hello, thank you very much. I am Dr. Charles Apre, the Institute of Distance Learning Examinations Officer. And in this orientation, I'm going to guide you through the process of registration, examination and assessment, academic regulations, as well as what it takes to have a degree and the various classifications of the degree, and then last but not the least, student academic status. Now, to start with, the examinations office coordinates all the IDL examination processes. Some of these activities include preparing, publishing, facilitation and of examination timetable, processing of examination results, maintenance of the academic records, transcripts, and handle even examination misconduct issues. Now, the starting point for every activity we do in this institute and in the university as a whole is registration. And I must emphasize that students would have to register for every course each semester because only registered courses appear on our examination timetable. And students can only partake in examination for only the courses they have registered. If you've not registered the course, then you will not be able to write exams. Even if you write the exams, there'll be nowhere or there'll be no opportunity to process your results. Unless then you expect your examination officer to go into the system and register you before he can enter your results. Let's not stress our program and department examination officers. And so let's go through the process of registering ourselves. And the responsibility lies with you as a student to register. The duration for registration spans from the period of 5th January all the way to 9th of February. Now let's talk about timetables. So there are two important timetables you're going to be dealing with: the lectures timetable and then the examination timetables. The lectures timetable, in fact, most of our program exam officers are already doing that. And so it should be on the IDL website very soon, which is the idl.knust.edu.gh. I want to issue a warning here. Always ensure that you get your timetable from the correct and reliable sources. If I have my own way, I would say don't go and download a timetable that has been shared on your platform by the class leader. Go to the website and download your own timetable. Take your own responsibility into your hand. It's very important. And then also make sure that when you download this timetable, there are two things, especially for the examination timetable. We have two cohorts. The first one will be a draft and the second will be a final one. Don't use your draft timetable as your final timetable. Always ensure you get a final timetable so you don't get to the center only to be told that the examinations are over. Please. Now, when it comes to teaching and the examination timelines, in each academic year, we have 2 semesters. Under the Institute of Distance Learning, these semesters are also divided into 3 blocks. So you have what we call the Block 1, Block 2, Block 3, Block 4. Each block is made up of 4 weekends, 3 weekends of facilitation in most of the cases, and 1 weekend for midterm examination, except Block 1, where there is usually no midterm. And at the end of the Block 3, we devote 3 weekends for the examination period. 1 weekend is dedicated for courses registered in each block, and then you sit for your exams. Now, the date for each of the blocks will be indicated on the official timetable that we're going to publish on the IDL website. And so when you get a timetable, pay attention to this. At the end of each block, like I said, you will have the opportunity to do assessment for the facilitators of the block. Well, here I mean to say you're going to be given the opportunity to assess your lecturers. I want to put it across here that when the opportunity comes, please do so, because it serves as an important aspect of our quality control measure. And we as management, it gives us the opportunity to take the feedback and act on them when there's a need to act on any of these. And so please, when opportunity comes, do that. Now, when it comes to facilitation, we do facilitation both in person and online. In some courses, there are even some programs where facilitation is fully online. The center, the venue, the lecture hall, as well as the mode of delivery will all be indicated on the timetable. And so when you download your timetable, which is the teaching timetable, pay attention to all these details. And it is the responsibility of the student to verify the center, the time, and the venue for facilitation. Remember, ignorance is not an excuse. When it comes to the assessment, we have three ways or two major ways of assessing you. For undergraduates, you have what we call the continuous assessment, which constitutes your 30%, and then postgraduate is 40%. The continuous assessment could be in the form of quizzes, assignment, presentations, mid-semester exams, or any other that will be decided by the facilitator. And the end of semester for undergraduate is 60%, for postgraduate is 70%. Let me also add this, that for postgraduate students, take note that you'll be assessed through oral examination by the graduate school for your research or thesis work. And this is a basic requirement for graduation. So prepare yourself for that. Now, when it comes to the grading for the postgraduate students, you should also take note that the grading for the undergrad is a little bit different from the grading for the postgrad. For the undergrad, we usually will grade you up to, let me put it this way, your minimum CWA is 40. Your pass mark, let me start by saying your pass mark. Your pass mark for your course is 40%. So your pass mark is 40%. And then so if you score 40 to 49, let me say that's your grade D. It's up to 70 to 100, which becomes your grade A. And then, of course, 0 to 39 is fail. So 39 is fail in the undergraduate. But in the postgraduate, your pass mark is 50. So take note of that. So postgraduate, if you score a 49, you've trailed. 50 to 59 is a C. 60 to 69 is a B. 70 to 100 is a A. Let me also add that during the examination, we've instituted something called the e-ticketing system. And this is what we use to indicate which room you are going to write your paper. So even before you go to the center, always go online and log your room, or book your room, in other words, like how we book our seat in the flight and all that. Just go and book your room. And if you're able to book it successfully, you go in there and you're able to write your paper. Examination malpractice is something we frown upon, and you should pay attention that every malpractice would come with its own recommended punishment. I must say that any item that is also found during the malpractice period, whether it's a mobile phone, what have you, is going to be confiscated. And once it's confiscated, item will not be given back to you again. You can write your exams at any of our examination centers. Any of our examination centers. Some of the centers include Accra. In Accra, we have 3 centers. We have Kwabenya, we have Makati Hill, and then we have the Adenta Center. Let me also emphasize, these centers are program specific in Accra. So let's say if you're a logistics student and we say logistics students are supposed to go to Adenta, don't wake up in the morning and come to Kwabenya and say we should give you a special dispensation. You'll be asked to go back to Adenta. All these indications will be captured on the examination timetable. The other centers for examination include Kumasi, Takrade, Tamale. Tamale, you have 2 places, the main campus and the New Life, and then Bogatanga, and then Koforidua Nursing and Midwifery training for end of semester only. Take note, Koforidua is for only end of semester, not mid-sem. Ho as well is also for only end of semester and not mid-sem. Then, I must also mention that when it comes to the examination, the examination timetable, like I've said, is going to be captured on the website. You get the lecturer's name, your facilitator's phone number, their email address, the lead facilitator, all of them will be captured on there. So pay attention when you download your examination timetable. In terms of your program, the dates for the mid-sem, everything is going to be captured on the timetable. The time for the lectures as well. And even the program officials, when I say the program officials, the exam officer, the program coordinator, the HOD, everything is there. Day in, day out, year in, year out. I get students who walk to my office and come and tell me that they have tried to register, they've not been successful. I tell them, go call your program exam officer. So I don't have the program exam officer's number. Meanwhile, the program exam officers' numbers are always on the timetable. And so please take note that you always have to get to, at least, if for nothing at all, get your program exam officer's number, get your HOD's number, get your coordinator's number. It's very important. And when it comes to the examination, you register for the center and the hall you would like to write your exams using what we call the e-ticketing system. You have to be there 45 minutes before the start of the session. And then no talking or communication. You know all these already. For invigilators, they will instruct you on where to sit. Sometimes you have some of you who think that you are big men already, and so we are not able to even tell you that sit here or don't sit here. I'm pleading with you. When that time comes, your invigilator is somebody you would have to respect. It doesn't matter your age and your level and whatever qualification you have. Once you've agreed to get a master's, to get an undergraduate with KNUST, you have to go with our rules. Now, let me also mention that no electronic devices are allowed in. Mobile phones, smartwatches, programmable calculators, unauthorized materials. Once any of these items are found on you, it is going to be confiscated, and then you are going to be booked for more practice. You come and meet a committee. If you are unable to justify, if you are unable to explain yourself, then the punishment would follow. You need to have a valid ID card. Even at the time of the examination, you don't have your student ID card yet. You need to come with a valid ID card, because these days you realize that people are also trying to write exams. And let me mention here that there is going to be biometric verification at every examination center. So please, and please again, do not attempt any impersonation. Impersonation is criminal, and when we catch you, we're going to hand you over to the police to deal with you. When it comes to the examination as well, we also expect you to dress decently. It's very important to dress decently to the exam hall. The invigilators have the right to ask you to go away if you are not well dressed to write a paper. Always provide your correct information, both on the scannable sheet, on the answer booklet, very legibly and clearly, so that you don't write exams and we cannot find your marks because you didn't write your index number well, you didn't write your student ref number well, or you didn't even write the right name. Pay attention to that. And then when it comes to misconduct, I've already mentioned that. What are the consequences when you are caught in any of this, copying from other candidates and doing all sorts of things in the examination, what we classify as misconduct, then the rule or the law will take its course. Some of the punishments include rustication. We can rusticate you. We can also, we can cancel the paper for you to write it again. You can be suspended for 1 year, 2 years, and every year, averagely, every examination session, if for nothing at all, we get about 30 to 40 people undergoing these processes. So I would want to plead with you that don't involve yourself in any of this, because when you involve yourself in any of this and you are caught, you will not be left to go. But the overall, probably something I'm not comfortable with, but it has to happen sometimes, is the dismissal from the university. There are instances where you are totally dismissed from the university. When it comes to absence from examination, because you were not available, it has to be absolutely a necessity. But medical emergencies are there, bereavement are there, and so usually you come with reports or with evidence, and once you go through the procedure and you apply for it, you inform your facilitator, department, institute, exam officer by writing formally. Then what we're going to do is that with supporting document, let me put it that way, then what you're going to do is that we're going to either defer you or we're going to give you an incomplete, depending on the circumstances, and then you'll be given the time or the opportunity to write again. When it comes to the examination results, only official approved results are released. And so take note, if your results is not released, it means that it's not being approved yet. And once it's approved, you can view it on your KNUST AIM app. You're always encouraged to check your results promptly so that you have the right for remarking. And so if you check it promptly and you are not sure of whatever you are getting, you can always raise the queries and we can look at it. When it comes to receipts, a special period is set aside to write all your trail courses or your deferred courses or your incomplete courses. And it's always organized at the end of every academic year. This year, we organize it around November. And so when that time comes, you would have to come in and then pay, you pay some amount and then you sit for the paper that you have trailed. And then you are advised not to accumulate trails. But when you accumulate trails, it becomes difficult to get back to write them. And CWA is your overall academic score. So you sum up all your semester results over time, divide by your total credits, and essentially it gives us an indication of the average or the performance that you have put out in the university. It also combines the semester by semester score to give you the total credit. And so take note about that. And then the process of repeating the cumulative across the semester is also something important you should take note of. Now, there are some classes I just want to mention briefly. So, undergraduate students with CWA less than 45 is not awarded a degree, so take note. All the postgraduate program with a minimum of CWA of 55, you cannot graduate or you cannot pass for postgraduate degree. And so make sure you are monitoring your CWA. And your academic status reflects your standing with the university and it's reviewed annually based on your academic performance, compliance with regulation. And so students based on academic performance can be promoted, can be put on probation, can be repeated, can be withdrawn, or can even be deferred. And then when it comes to student academic status, you are promoted when you have you perform satisfactorily. You can be put on probation. I can explain all of them, but I don't want to go through. So let me just quickly move on, just to say that all these status are important things you should take note. If your CWA is less than 45, you can be put on probation. So that's just about it. And whenever you are CWA is less than 45, you have to be closely monitored. You have to be closely monitored. Okay. And when you have been successful with all this, then you'll be awarded the degree. And so this is just the little I wanted to share with you on the examinations office. When the opportunity comes and we meet on the face-to-face session, I am going to then also respond to every question or every clarification that you will require. Thank you very much and wish you all the best in your stay in KNUST. Thank you.
Good day, everyone, and Happy New Year to you all. My name is Gilbert Kongwe Langu, the counselor for KNUST Institute of Distance Learning, IDL. I warmly welcome you to today's orientation program for all IDL students. Congratulations on gaining admission to this prestigious university, KNUST. I'm here to give you brief information about the KNUST Counseling Center and how you can access our services, specifically as your counselor. The KNUST Counseling Center provides a variety of services to support students, including but not limited to the following. So we help students to balance their academic work and with their social life. We also assist students to manage stress and anxiety. You know, academic work goes with stress. We help students to build self-confidence and resilience. Others include, we help students to manage trauma and crisis situations. We support students to overcome alcohol and other forms of substance abuse. We also help students to develop stronger and healthier relationships. If you have any challenges, we can support you. We also offer online counseling services through the KNUST e-counseling app, where you can book appointment with your credentials and access our services at your convenience. So in this case, you can book appointment with any of the counselors in KNUST here or myself using the app. So you need to download the app. If you are using Android, go to Google Play and download it. Then as IDL students, you are not left out. Specific counseling services that I can provide you as your counselor include, but not also limited to, the following. Can also help you manage your academic work alongside your social life as a working student. Can also support you to develop effective study habits and strategies. Can also provide you with relationship and marriage counseling. Can also conduct psychological assessment, including behavioral, intellectual, and emotional evaluations. Please, my dear student, do not suffer in silence. A problem said is half solved. Reach out to me. Please do not hesitate to contact me via the hotline 0242 005566. Once again, welcome to KNUST Distance Learning. Thank you for your attention.
'25-2026 orientation program for the Institute of Distance Learning. As I indicated earlier on, my name is Charles Owusu-Entwi, and I'm your host. With me this evening, we have the director of the Institute of Distance Learning in the person of Professor Anthony Andrews. Again, we have the deputy director of the Institute in the person of Professor Christopher Entwi.
Then we have the Institute Registrar in the person of Mr. Owusu-Ansah Deborah Esquire. And then we have the Institute Examinations Officer in the person of Dr. Charles Apre. In addition, we have the Institute Finance Officer in the person of Mrs. Catherine Aqua, and then the counselor who is also here with us, but will join us later to take your questions. We have received a number of questions already online and would like to take them. Please, if you have questions, there's a Google form link attached to the chat area. Kindly tap on that and then enter your questions for us to address for you. Before we take the questions, I would like to indicate this number for all of you who are reporting login and registration issues. Kindly take this number, 059-2232-181. I take it again, 059-2232-181. Kindly send a WhatsApp and explain your situation. You'll be attended to. Thank you very much. My seniors, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so we have a number of questions that we will have to address for our students. Now we would want to go on course registration. Institute Examinations Officer, they are asking that they are having a lot of problems when trying to register. Some are saying the courses are not loaded, others are saying they are not meeting the minimum credits and what have you. Can you kindly assist us with that?
Thank you very much. So, course registration, like I said in my video, it's one of the most important things every student will have to do. Admittedly, some of our exam officers have not set up the course in the 6 years. We've been communicating to them to set it up. So one of the things I would encourage them to do is to give us feedback, especially the programs that are not having their courses set up. Yesterday, my attention was drawn to some of them. I communicated to the exam officers, and they've been set up. In terms of the minimum credits, in the 6, when you usually set it up, you need to also set up the minimum credits. And I must admit, some exam officers have not been able to set that appropriately. That's why we are having that challenge. But I've been in touch with them, and right after this orientation, I'll send a message back again. So if I can get some specifics of programs that are still having challenge, because I'll sit down in my office and I'll go through the registration records, and I see a number of programs students have been able to register. So if I can get those specific programs that are not able to register, then we can deal on it case by case studies.
Thank you very much. A few of them have already been listed: MSc, Information Technology, Cybersecurity, and Digital Forensics, and what have you. Thank you
Wonderful.
very much.
So I'll
I'm
take
sure
note and work on
you'll
them.
take note
Yes.
of that.
Yes, please.
All right. So some are asking, they are assigned learning centers, especially for Accra. They want to know which centers they are going to have their facilitation.
Thank you. So we've put the data out there. In Accra, because of the student number and the availability of space, we've tried to allocate these students in our 3 learning centers. I mean, these are Makati Hill, we have Adenta, and then we have the Kwabenya Learning Center. So every program would have to be able to look at which learning center they are going to be assigned. We've done that list, and we have it with our zonal coordinators. I must say that if you pay attention, those of you who have your program timetable ready, if you go online at the moment, you would observe that at the last page of the program timetable, we've left all our zonal coordinators' contacts there. And so we're going to share this document. It's there. We're going to share it on the page. But if you still don't get it, speak to one of your zonal coordinators, and they can easily check and communicate to you where your learning center will be in Accra. But right after this, probably you put it in the chat, the document will be put there, and then students can have access.
Thank you very much, Dr. Apre, as I call him, Chasi. All right, so can you walk them through how to access the timetable?
So the timetable can be picked from the Institute website. And the website goes idl-knust.edu.gh. And then we've also done a banner on the website. And so even when you go onto the website, there's a banner that displays the timetable, and there's a link under the banner. Once you click on the link, it will take you straight there. Or alternatively,
you can also click on the academics, and under the academic tab, there's a facilitation timetable tab. You click on it, and it will take you to the platform. There are quite a number of, almost all our diploma, undergraduate, and postgraduate timetable are there. And so when you go, you need to be a little patient and go through to pick whichever of them. Now, how do you call it? Which of them is your timetable or applies to your program of study?
All right. Thank you very much. Deputy Director, please, can you help us with this?
Right,
Many of the students are saying they are unable to log into the virtual classroom or the AMAP due to invalid credentials, or they have not received their school email and password yet. Some also mentioned not being able to find the AIM app on the App Store. Please, is there a way you can help them with this?
All right, thank you very much, Charles, for this. It happens all the time, so we have a dedicated desk that attends to that. So let me put this number online and share with us those with issues we will address and get back to you. So if you are ready, pick this number, 050 863 8791. Let me take it again. 050 863 8791. So please send all your issues to this line, especially those with challenges accessing their AIM app and also their credentials to get into their platform. Right.
Okay,
Just a quick one. So one of the things you have to do as students is to register your courses. When you register on the AIM app, like we've already discussed, usually it takes about 24 hours, and then you'll be hooked onto the V class. So if you don't register, you can't have access to the V class. So you have to first register. And of course, you can only register when you pay the minimum fee that the accountant has mentioned. And so pay the minimum, get a registration done. And if you're able to then register, usually it takes time before we run the system. You run the system every 24 hours. So sometimes I get students who register immediately, they want to go on the V class. It doesn't work like that. It takes you minimum 24 hours. If after 24 hours of registration, you're unable to log on to the V class, then you draw attention, then we can solve that for you through the contact that has been given.
Thank you very much. You keep mentioning V class, V class, V class. I would like Director to explain what a V class is for us.
Well, thank you very much, Charles. Now, when we talk about the V class, basically it means virtual classroom. And that's where you find all your course materials, your lecture slides, the manuals, whatever it is that you need for a particular course and for your program. When you go to the V class, you have all of them there. So basically, it's like a virtual classroom. You can have your quizzes, your discussions, your assignments, everything that happens in a physical classroom, you can have it in this virtual classroom.
All right, thank you very much, Director. Registrar, I'll be taking it one by one, then you explain to them for us. So they are asking for specific changes. One, change or correction of wrongly spelled names on the admission letter.
Okay, thank you. The university does not write any student's name. So the name, the name that when we are completing the form, how you spelled your name, that's what you find it. So if there's a mistake, notice that you caused that mistake. Yes, I'm aware that most of the time you ask other people to complete the forms for you, and that's the price that you pay. So if it's a wrong spelling, remember we asked you to attach your certificates and your birth certificate and then your Ghana card. So if you did that, then changing it is not difficult if it is a wrong spelling. So make an application. In my presentation, I said that we can make application to the director and then provide your index number or your student reference number, the program that you are doing, and then it will be corrected for you. It is spelling that we are correcting, not changing of name. So if it is misspelling, it's not difficult. As I've said, you supply some documents so we can confirm that this was a mistake.
Thank you very much. I remember somebody changed, instead of the first name, he put the first name as the surname, the middle name as the first name and then just confused the system.
Yes.
And later came back that he wants to change the name. We have made the mistake. Thank you very much for that clarification. As he said, we don't type anybody's name. The name you put in the system, that is the name you carry until you leave. But as he has explained, if you have a problem, you kindly contact the appropriate office and then you get it corrected. Registrar, please, they are asking the most commonly asked question, can I transfer between centers? Someone said from Tamale to Accra and Accra to Tamale.
Yeah, thank you, Charles. And this is one of our mark. We are flexible, so you can change it. The proviso is that the program that you are reading is being run at that center, because you have a minimum number that we can run a program in a center. So if the program is being run in that center, you can change it to that center. Just write, and then we can change it for you. In fact, even if you have not changed the center with us, and then we can attend the lecture at that center, it is good for us. It is good for us. You can change the center at any time if we are running that program there. This one is not difficult at all.
Thank you very much. Registrar, this is actually to the finance officer, but I want you to answer it for us. They are saying that the no fees stress policy by government, is it going to apply to distance learning students, especially the master students?
Unfortunately, I cannot speak for the government. But IDL, remember I said that you are professionals and you are in the working class. So this is the category of most of our students. So if it applies to you, I cannot answer it here or there. You can link up with your GRASAC or the DELSA and have that issue resolved. Why not? You'll be grateful that you are part of it. But as of now, students of IDL, we are not part. Because last year, I did not hear the first year is being refunded some monies to them. But if you can pick it up and you benefit, why not?
Thank you very much. Registrar, what about changing from regular to IDL?
I'm sorry, we cannot, because we have different mode of delivery, entry requirements, and then with the length of the program. So those who are doing the top-up, obviously we cannot go and do it at the regular. But if you are doing a master degree, and then you can change from IDL to regular. But we have to speak to the department, they have their criteria, so it can be done. And vice versa. Suppose somebody's here, listening in, and he's a regular student, and you have the program here, you can also change from regular to IDL mode. Yes.
Yeah,
especially when we are coming to IDL, we are flexible. We accept you.
Precisely the point. As the registrar said, we are flexible, and that's our hallmark. So if you are listening and you want to change from regular to distance learning, just reach out to the head of department. But if you're having challenges assessing them, you know, the exams officer asks you to assess your timetable, which has all the call contacts for the HOD, the coordinator, and the exams officer. So if you are having challenges assessing them, the number that I gave you, which I'm going to say it again, use that, reach out to us, and then we will assist you convert from regular to IDL. So let me take the number again, because I realize that some of you could not pick it. It is 050-863-8791. 050-863-8791. So we'll be available to take all your concerns. But as I said, don't ignore the route of working with the coordinator. If you reach out to the coordinator on it, the number is on the timetable. And if it's not picking, the HOD is not picking, rely on this number. We'll be there to assist you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Deputy Director and Institute Registrar. Once again, I'm taking this number again. Those who are having login issues, kindly send a WhatsApp, and specifically, don't attempt to call. Send a WhatsApp to 059-223-2181. Send a WhatsApp and explain your situation. There will be technical people there to assist you. Thank you very much. Registrar,
Yes.
please, they are asking about medical screening and the fact that those outside Kumasi would have to travel here. Can you please answer the question on medical screening for us?
Yeah, thank you very much. IDL, by our special distribution of our students, medical examination is not mandatory for us. However, if you can come to Kumasi and have yourself screened, you do that. You pay 250 cedis. The reason it is not part of your fees. The regular students who are in situ in Kumasi here, they've paid that amount, and that is why they are doing the that screening. So yeah, you know, because of that reason, that's why it's not compulsory. But we are in discussion. In fact, we have discussed with the director of our health services. They are ready to provide you with such a service. As of now, it's voluntary. If you go there, they will do it for you, and then you pay an amount of 250 cedis. I recommend that you take advantage of that. Who knows? It may help all of us.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Registrar. I would need you to reiterate the issue on the timetable again, where they can find it, because they seem to be asking that question a lot.
Yeah, so like I said, the timetable currently, I must issue a caveat here. We don't have all program timetable on the website yet. Some are there, those that are ready, we've posted them on the website. And so go to the website idl.knust.edu.gh. And like I mentioned, when you go there now, you would observe that even the timetable is showing as a banner on the front part of the website. Once you go there, you can download it. Go to academics, go to timetable. On the timetable, you realize that there are two types I've mentioned. We don't have exam timetable there yet, but what we have is facilitation timetable. And I think everybody needs to download it, because like I've already established with you, when you get this facilitation timetable, you're going to have your program coordinator, your program exam officer, your program, HOD, and even some of the facilitators, in this case, those who are going to be teaching you the various courses. All their contacts are there. And so I would encourage and entreat all of you to go to the website and then download this timetable for yourself. If you go and your programs is not there, it means that it's not ready yet. We are working behind the scene to make sure we get all the rest of the timetable loaded on the website. Thank you.
Thank you very much. But please, can you clarify again? When the timetables are uploaded, is there the possibility that something could be changed? Because if I download the timetable today and there are changes tomorrow, I may not know.
That's a good question. So what we usually do is that before we put a timetable on the website, there are two types of timetable. Usually we have what we call the draft, and we have what we call the final approved timetable. For examination purposes, we usually ensure that we put a watermark of draft and final on this timetable. For the facilitation, as I speak to you now, all the timetable there are the approved one, not the draft one. So basically the final one. But sometimes we come across some few scenarios where facilitators who have a course to be taught in year one, for some reason are traveling and they want to go to, say, to be taught in block 1, for some reason are traveling and they want their course now to be fixed in block 3. So that way, then there will be some few changes of the arrangement of the courses. But that's, we don't actually entertain that after we have approved the final timetable. So I want to stick my neck out and say what is there is what is the final. We will not change much, please.
Thank you very much. Director, with your permission, I would like us to take a short break and allow our institute coordinator for e-learning activities to give our students some critical information about mandatory courses on AI developed by the university for them. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to KNUST. My name is John Bullard Foucault. I'm part of the e-learning team of the Institute of Distance Learning. I want to use the next 60 seconds to introduce you to our AI courses. The university's management, as part of the vision to equip you well for the job market, has introduced mandatory AI courses for all students of KNUST. AI 150 is the course code for undergraduate students, and GAI 550 is a course code for postgraduate students. The good thing about this AI course is that it is completely self-paced. In other words, the courses, the modules have been provided on the V class, and students and learners have the opportunity to interact with the content and go through the models at their convenience and to complete. However, you must also understand that the course is a requirement for graduation. So in other words, if you are doing a 3-year top-up program or you are doing a 1-year master's program, you have to ensure that in the course of that 1-year duration, you complete this self-paced AI course so that you have it on your CV and then it will be on your transcript and you can graduate. Another good thing about this AI course is that you get a certificate. In addition to it being a core part of your learning, you get a certificate which will give you an extra advantage in the world of work. What we are going to do is that we are going to take our time, the e-learning unit will take our time and do a well-developed video that takes you through the various interfaces of this AI course, both for undergraduate students and for postgraduate students, so that you will know your way around the V-class interface so that you can go to the AI course and interact with it. So this is a brief overview of what the AI course is about and why you have to do it. We'll send you more detailed information and video instructions on how you can access the rest of the material. Thank you and have a wonderful orientation. Bye-bye.
Grateful to our coordinator for that vital information. Let's all take advantage of it and then learn. We are in the AI world now, so please don't wait and then be lagging behind. Registrar, can you reiterate this for us when it comes to changing of programs, names? Somebody is asking if I am married tomorrow, what happens to my name? My husband says I have to use his name. What do I do?
Thank you very much. Yes, we are now sounding discriminatory, but if you're a female student and you marry, you are permitted to change your name. Usually, we expect that it is the surname that is changing and not the first name. So let's say you were Evelyn Kusi and you married Kwesi Deborah, then we expect you to be Evelyn Deborah, not Aku Deborah. Then we become suspicious. So we can change your name, but you need a gazette of it that will gazette the name, and then you go ahead and change the name for you. So we can change it and assume your husband's name.
Thank you very much. Can you please explain the procedure?
The procedure is that you write to the institute, either the director or the registrar, write to the institute. Of course, you write your name, your program, and your student reference number. You attach the necessary documents. By this, I mean your marriage certificate and the gazette, part of it that have been published. You send it to us, and then you act on it.
Thank you very much, Registrar. Considering the uniqueness of our students, some are wondering, if they start the program, let's say 2 weeks into the semester, and then they are transferred, our military people will always come up with these letters that they are going on peacekeeping here and there. If anything like that should happen, what is the way forward for them?
Yes, that is part of our flexibility. It means that you will defer the program. So at any point that duty calls you somewhere, you write to the director to defer the program, and it will be granted to you.
Thank you very much. And currently, for the institute, you don't even need to bring a hard copy letter. there is a digitized way of requesting. All this information will be made available to you later, but then you just put in an email to the registrar of the institute, and then it will be processed online. You'll get your response online. Thank you very much. We have, I would say, our mother, our money mama, is here with us in the person of Mrs. Catherine Aqua. She is here to answer all the questions you have asked us on your fees. So please pay attention to her. You are welcome.
Thank you, Charles.
All right. So they would want to know what the commitment fee actually means.
The commitment fee is the minimum amount that each student has to pay before you register your courses. So without the payment of commitment fee, registration will be difficult. And then again, for you also to access online information, students are supposed to pay the commitment fee before they can access online information.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Yeah, let me add. If you pay the commitment fee, then it means we can plan for you. We give you the admission. If you pay the commitment fee, then you are committed for the program that you've opted for, so that you make your lecturers or facilities available for you, the seats that you enjoy. If you have to, the class allocation, the number, if you have to go to a larger room or a smaller room. So please, it's important that you pay the commitment fee so that you know the numbers that we are working with.
To add to that, if you want to defer your program, you must pay this commitment fee before you can be deferred.
Yeah.
Without this payment, you cannot defer.
We cannot grant you.
Or grant you the deferment.
All right.
And maybe I should just also add, from the examinations office perspective, is the commitment fee that gets you registered on the SIS or your AIM app. If you don't pay a commitment fee, you can't register for your course. Then, if you cannot register for your course, we cannot also enroll you on the V class. And so, as far as we are concerned, commitment fee is everything that set the ball rolling for you. Thank you.
Actually, that tells us that you are committed to pursuing the program. All right. So, Mrs. Aqua, they want to know that when they pay this commitment fee, is it included in the 70%? We have written boldly under the fees that you have to pay that before you write your end of semester exams.
Yes, the commitment fee of 7,000 is included in the 70%. So after the payment of commitment fee, you have to make arrangement to top up to make it 70% before the commencement of examination for first semester.
Thank you very much. There's a quick follow-up, an interesting one. One is asking that if they pay the commitment fee, does that, when they pay the full fees right now, does it eliminate the commitment fee?
The commitment fee is part of the fees. So once you pay the full fees, you've paid the commitment fee, you've paid the 70%, you've paid the 30%, so you've paid everything.
All right. Thank you very much. Please, what is the deadline for the payment of this commitment fee?
The commitment fee has to be paid before you even register your courses. When we offer you admission, for you to be part of IDL, students are supposed to pay the commitment fees. So as soon as we offer you admission, it's the duty of the student to pay the commitment fees.
Thank you very much. So once you pay your commitment fee, you are good to go. We are sure that you are ready to run with us. Institute examination.
Yes, and I must say, we're starting classes hopefully next week, Saturday, 17th. You have to register before you walk to the class. You don't register, you go to class. The challenge we have is that, like registrar said, we can't plan for you. And the only way you can do that registration is to pay the commitment fee. So I must say that averagely we have 1 week. This week, you would have to commit yourself so that we can plan for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So if you are ready to start school this weekend, then kindly find the money, pay, do your registration, and be ready for us to kickstart come this Saturday. Thank you very much. Okay, so please, they are asking of the deadlines for the payment of the remaining fees. I know you've mentioned the rest up to the end of semester examination, but what are the deadlines for the remaining fees?
So let me start with the commitment fees again. you pay before you register your courses. And then to top up to 70%, it has to be done before the commencement of first semester examination. And then the remaining 30% has to be paid before the end of registration of courses period for the second semester. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. What are the penalties for those who don't pay?
IDL has a very flexible payment terms, and so far as we are concerned, there is no penalty. But then the only issue is sometimes during exams, you'll be made to walk out, and it's very frustrating. It's not a pleasant exercise. So I will encourage all of you to pay your fees before the stipulated times or period.
All right, thank you very much. So after paying the 70% by the end of the academic, the first semester, what is the deadline for the top-up, the 30%?
The top-up 30%, as I indicated in my presentation, it has to be paid before the end of registration of courses period for the second semester.
Okay, so somebody is asking that, is it possible, is there a way to actually start class before payment and registration?
Come again.
Is there any means by which they can start class before payment of fees and course registration?
No means.
Okay, let
me refer this to the exams officer.
Yeah. Thank you. So, yeah, I think there is a way. Usually, we have students who walk to the class. I don't know whether they want to just come and test the system, but they walk to the class and they've not registered, they've not paid any commitment fee. I don't think we have somebody there, I'm omnibus guy there standing there and sacking those who have not paid anything. We don't do that. But the thing is that if you attend class and your name is not captured in any of our system, what it also means is that you are there illegal. You are there illegal. And so we would encourage you to at least register before you start the class. Sometimes you are torn between the two, because I also feel that because of some reasons you are not able to start the class with us, because of how we handle our facilitation, you come in late and you've missed a lot, because over one weekend there's a lot to be done. And so if genuinely for some reason you are unable to, but you know very well you're going to pay, then I'd rather encourage you to be in the class. But we don't want to encourage that, because then you don't have a lot of anything. You don't have anything to be called a legal student. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Director.
Yeah, let me add this, that we've mentioned earlier that once you register, you pay your commitment fee, you register, you get access to the V class. Now, a number of these courses organize online examinations, and online examinations are done within that space. And so if you don't pay this commitment fee and then you just walk in and sit in the classroom, and when it comes to the online examination, you don't get access to it, you've just wasted your time. So I will encourage you that if you have the money, if you have the means, please pay, and then get access to our online resources so that it will make your study very smooth and very successful. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Director, on that note, I would like to ask what they are actually asking from you as a father. They are saying that, do you have any scholarships available or financial aids available to them?
You want to do that? Well, you see, there are a number of scholarships internally. I mean, when it comes to KNUST, there are a number of scholarships that a regular student is entitled to, that as well as the distance learning student. But of course, there are other government scholarships that you can also access. And so just get to DOSA, that's the Directorate of Students Affairs. They'll be able to tell you which scholarships you qualify for, and then you apply, put in your application, and once you're successful, why not? You can get some relief on your fees.
Thank you very much. Mrs. Akwa, do you have anything to add?
I will encourage students who have all the fees to pay. We having 3 fee payment doesn't mean that when you have the money, you should keep it, please. If you have the money, I will encourage you to make 100% payment.
All right. And in fact, the students coming to do Master of Engineering are very particular about this, and they want to know if there is a way for them. As Director explained, please, we have some facilities available, but the timing is very crucial. I know for most of those areas, they have closed the openings for some of these things, but you can still access it. I know some will also try Get Fund and GMPC and the rest. If you have tried and then you are still waiting, keep praying and hoping that you get the response quickly so that they can support your fee payment. There are questions about the feasibility of paying tuition fees online.
I made mention of some designated banks in my presentation. I know they have an app for fee payment, but I will advise students to pay at the designated banks, even though we have the app. I will advise them, I will encourage them to go to the designated banks and then make fee payment of fees.
Thank you very much. I know also that with star 415, star 55 hash, you have the opportunity to pay your fees through that USSD and also through the, all right, so the star 415, star 55 hash. I'm sure you are very familiar with it because that's the link you use in purchasing your forms. So at that same area, you have the opportunity to make payment of fees. And once you get access to the AIM app too, you can make payments through that means. So we have these means available. As she said, one area, the traditional way you can be very certain of is to go to the banks and make payments. But apart from that, we also have the star 415, star 55 hash, or through the AIM app. Thank you very much. Okay. Medical screening, is it mandatory for IDL students? If you can reiterate it for them, please.
Yes, thank you, Jazz. Yes, it has been answered. It is not mandatory for IDL students, but you can do it. As I've said, come to a hospital here and have it done, and you pay 250 Ghana cedis. It's not mandatory.
Let me also add that through the same link, you can book for your appointment before coming. You can use your login credentials, you book for the slots, and then you can walk in and do your screening successfully.
Thank you very much. Can I change my 1-year program to a 2-year program? I don't know specifically what they are asking, but each program has its duration. So depending on the program you want to change, you can always contact our support center and get advice on some of these things. It's not a straitjacket fits all. Your situation will determine whether the change of program would work or not. All right, so please, let's assume, Mrs. Akwa, let's assume that I make payment of my fees, and as some are considering scholarships and here and there, they get scholarships tomorrow after the payment of the commitment fee. Is there a way for them to get their money back?
Oh, yes. Once the sponsors pay the fees, we'll credit it to the student account. So anytime the student wants refund, we refund it to the student. And then again, we also encourage that if they haven't completed school, they have to wait till they complete before they request for a refund.
All right. Thank you very much. Director, do you have anything to add to that? Refund, and if possible, how they can actually ask for the refund?
No, I think the Institute Finance Officer said it all. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, if there are any more questions, we would like to have them, and otherwise we'll be drawing the curtain here, and we're hopeful that all your concerns have been addressed. And as we indicated earlier on, we are going to have program-specific orientations, where your coordinators will meet you and then explain what will happen within the program to you. So if you have any additional questions, you can ask, and then we can provide you with an answer. We'll take a 30 seconds break and come back afterwards. Thank you very much for the patience and welcome back. The first question will go to the registrar. They want to know change of program for undergraduate students.
Thank you. Yes, you realize that undergraduate students, you are doing either 4 semesters or 5 semesters. But the regular program, they take 8 semesters. So meaning you've done a program before coming to top it up. So you top up from where you started. But if the programs are very similar, then you can change. Sometimes people who apply, they have HND in accountancy. They want to do human resource. Nobody can give you 4 semesters for a degree. So in that circumstance, it cannot be changed. So the undergraduates, especially the business school that we are topping up, you top up from where you started. Unless you want to do general management, then you can change. But if you are practicing, you are working, you are in the procurement, you did human resources, HND, and you want to do procurement, we are sorry, we cannot do that because it's your own interest. Your HND or your diploma that you attain is part of it. So always the two go together. So we cannot change largely unless you are coming for the general management. That's it. And then for those doing postgraduate, you know the entry requirement, so it can be changed. Usually the problem that we have is those who are changing from supply chain management to procurement. That's where the problem is, because the entry requirements differ. So the changing sometimes becomes difficult. But if you're a practitioner, you have certificates and to support it, some training certificates and professional add-ons, then you may be considered upon the advice of the department.
Thank you very much. Let me use this opportunity to chip in to our cherished students or candidates who are waiting to be admitted into the bridging programs, the engineering top-up programs, which are 5 semesters, and the agric top-up programs that are 5 semesters. You kindly exercise patience for us. Your academic year will start from the 2nd semester. You join the 2nd semester, so you wait a little for us. We will communicate all information to you. You have not been denied admission. Just wait a little for us, and then we will get you on board. Registrar, before you take a break, we would want to find out from you about the disability friendliness of the Accra campuses.
Thank you. The Accra campuses, we have elevators or lifts there. So they are working, especially those at Adenta. Kwabenya also. We have all elevators in all our buildings. So disability is catered for. In the worst scenario, all our buildings have ground floor. If for some reason we allocate the lecture rooms for classes with that physical challenged students, so you are friendly, we support them. And if they indicated in their admission when they are completing the form, if they were sincere and they provided information, you look at it and then prepare for them.
Thank you very much. I think that is one of the major problems we have. They conceal that information and then later they come fighting that they have this disability or that. Please, if you do have, do not conceal it. Kindly communicate it so we'll prepare adequately for you, especially during examinations. Sometimes we are not aware because some of them are comfortably joining online classes here and there. And during exams, they come and they start complaining that I can't go to this floor, I can't do this. The lift is there to help you in our facilities. Thank you very much. Institute Exams Officer, is there a lectures every weekend or fortnightly?
Thank you very much for the question. So if you pay attention to the timetable, we have different arrangements in terms of different programs. But the standard one is that you do 1 weekend of lectures, 1 weekend of face-to-face, then 1 weekend of self-learning, if I should put it that way. And then we write our midsem, if it's block 2 or block 3. For block 1, we also have the first weekend after the 3 weeks where we're going to do what we call the professional add-ons. Here, our expectation is that every program you want to take will have one way or the other some expertise in the field, who we are encouraging the department, the program coordinators, to call on them, to bring them on board, to give you that talk, that pep talk, that talk that you need to motivate you to pursue that career or whatever program that you are pursuing. And so it's not every weekend. There are a few of them too, let me put it this way, where the lectures are fully online because of logistics and the numbers we have. So it's not the same across board, but predominantly it's not every weekend. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Institute Exams Officer. Director, I've had more than 5 people walk into my office today asking about these professional add-ons they've seen on the timetable. Please, can you throw more light on it for us?
Well, thank you very much, Charles. So these professional add-ons are special seminars that we are going to run for you. We are going to engage industry players to come and give you, as our exams officer said, pep talk on your program, give you some industry perspective of what is happening so that it doesn't become only classroom knowledge. And so these are special seminars that we are going to organize, and with time, you get to know which topics and who is coming to deliver the lecture and so on and so forth. And so we've put the deputy director in charge of that, and he's working very hard to make sure that by the time it gets to that particular weekend, you all know exactly what topics you are going to have discussed or share with all the students. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Director. I think for those of you who already have students with us, You can inquire about this professional add-ons, and we've organized 2 guest lectures similar to that, and it was very exciting. And so you wouldn't want to miss any of them. So that weekend has been blocked specifically to give you additional knowledge into your program or additional soft skills that you need to become the better you. Thank you very much. Where can we do our biometric registration, especially in Accra? So generally, and then you narrow it down to
Yeah, very good. Thank you very much for that question, Charles. So biometric registration, or that really for the regular students, we started that on campus. But because of how flexible IDL is, we don't want you to travel here all the way to come and do your biometric registration. We're going to communicate to you for some of the facilitation or examination weekend. There is going to be this facilitation or examination weekend where our team of IT guys will be dispatched across all our facilitation centers. And then we'll communicate that to you. When that time is due, you can come and do your biometric verification or biometric registration. For now, we don't want you to pick a car and go all the way to any of our centers in Accra that you are coming to do biometric, because the systems are not there, the equipment are not there. It has to be organized, and we will communicate to you whenever we organize and we are doing it. Last year, we did that during the end of semester or during the mid-semester examination. And this year, we're going to communicate to you when we are going to do this. So when the time comes, it will be communicated. Don't move, don't travel, just because you want to come and do biometric. Wait in the comfort of your center. When the time is due, you come there and get it done for you. Thank you.
If you happen to be
So that means that you will have to pay attention to all the flyers that will be sending across. Please pay attention to them. Otherwise, you miss some of these opportunities, and you may have to travel down to Kumasi to have it done if you miss it. Dr. Abre, you mentioned something about e-ticketing. Can you explain it further?
So this e-ticketing is a system we started last year, and the whole objective is to help students find or identify or log the room they want to write their exams. When you go to, for instance, our campus in Adenta, and even Makati and Kwabenya, there are about 5 floors. And so we don't like the situation where students climb to the 3rd floor and they say there's no room, they come back to the 1st floor. It becomes frustrating sometimes. And in some of these cases, it delays even the start of the paper. Most of our papers are nationwide, and so we always want to be in synchrony and then start all of them at the same time. So to curb all these challenges, we started a system where we call students are able to sit behind their laptops wherever they are and then book a room. So you go on the platform, we will show you the platform when examination is due. You go on the platform and just book your room or log the room you want to write your paper. When you go there, you show the ticket to whoever the invigilator is, and then immediately they give you access to come and sit and comfortably write your paper. It's very important. 2 things. It helps us with logistics. It also reduces the frustration of moving up and down, looking for the room you are writing your paper. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Apre. You mentioned block 1, block 2. What does it mean? Is every semester divided into 4 blocks? Can you explain it further?
Yes, so every semester is divided into 3 blocks. In IDL, we do what we call the blocking system of teaching. So every semester is divided into 3 blocks. Most of the programs, few of them will give you 7 courses or 8 courses in a semester. But the standard across board is 6 courses per semester. And so if you have 3 blocks, what it means is that you are doing 2 courses per block. And when we say a block, you focus on the 2 courses, you have that lectures. Sometimes when you finish, you write your mid-semester, and then right after the mid-semester, you don't drop them. Sometimes students want to say we drop them, but you don't drop them. You take the next 2 courses, do them again, write the mid-semester or the assessment, continuous assessment. Then the last one. Then after it all, we then organize the end of semester where you write the exams for all the 6 courses. So the blocking system is just a novel way of delivering the same classes or the same lectures. But here we concentrate on the courses within a particular period. And usually it's a period of 1 month. And that's what we call the block system. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the clarification. If someone is unable to pay the fees, will the system automatically log him or her out with time?
No, the system will not log you in. In fact, if you really accept the admission, by now you have been enrolled on our student information system, what we call the SIS. But if you do not pay the commitment fee by the time we finish writing the end of semester, then it is deemed that you did not accept the admission or you didn't take up the course. And so usually what happens is that we will tag you withdrawn, abandoned program. Because if you've not abandoned the program, then there should have been an evidence of payment of commitment fee. And so the system will not log you out per se, but then we will have to tag you at the end of the semester that you've withdrawn for abandoned program. In fact, last week I was with audit chair and there was a discussion around those who pay commitment fee, because in time past, we've also had students who pay the commitment fee, write for deferment, they will defer 3-4 years, they still keep writing for deferment and they are in the system and they are also not taking the program. And so it will come up very soon, but I know there's plans in place to give you a certain limit, and the limits probably will be communicated to you. But what we're also not encouraging is that you pay the commitment fee of 7,000 as a postgraduate, you don't take the course for the whole year, you defer it, the following year you come again, I want to now reactivate my admission. People keep reactivating it. 3 years, 4 years down the line, they've still not made up their mind to take the program. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This question keeps coming up. The specific centers for specific programs, project management, and what have you. Please, can you reiterate that one again? How they can find the centers for their various programs?
Yes, so we have had the data today. We've had the data today on what we are able to do in terms of what centers you are going to run the programs. It should be on the website, but I'm going to also find another way of asking you to attend a program-specific orientation, because every program knows the centers they are running. The basis on which we run at the centers is based on the numbers. If you don't have the numbers, we cannot run the program at your center. So yes, project management, like you said, is run in Takoradi, Tamale, and Accra, and some other. I don't want to go into all the details of where they are run, but what I want to put across is that every program has a number of centers they can run, and this communication or this information will be put out there when you do your program-specific orientation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll be wrapping up in some few minutes. Institute Registrar, can you please explain to them how they'll get the student SIM card and their bundle allocation?
Thank you. Yes, so let me start from the payment of commitment fee. As indicated, if you pay the commitment fee, then it means that you are coming to read the program. So usually, because of this non-payment, and students will pay a bit late, it delays the sharing of the SIM cards and the bundle. But you do it the first block. So now that we are getting the data, how many students have paid their commitment fee, so that we get the total, and then we bring it at where you are having your facilitation. So it will be provided. But we are still taking the roll call.
Thank you very much. Please register. Do you have accommodation arrangement for IDL students when they are coming for face-to-face examination or face-to-face facilitation or examination?
Well, for now, we don't have, because always you don't know those who will be coming and those who will not be coming. And then formally, where there were vacancies at the halls of residence, we do that. Now that we and then the continuities are coming together, it's very difficult. But last year, a committee was set up to liaise with the private hostels and some hotels that will make it available on website so that they can select and do that. I think the committee has almost completed their work. We are praying that pretty soon we may put that one also on our website so that you can go to the website, place yourself like you are checking in the plane, where to sit, like the e-ticketing. You can do that online and you go there and you lodge there. But we don't provide accommodation for our students because the idea is that they are professionals working, they are mature students, so we don't book accommodation for them.
Thank you very much. Can you add ID card issuance also to it? How would they get their ID card?
Yes, the ID card also, as I indicated earlier on, you don't write your name, The picture that you use for the completion of the form is the same picture that you'll be using for your ID cards. Now that you are accepting, now that you are paying your commitment fee, data will be on, and then you print them. When you will complete the form, you selected a center, Accra, Kumasi, Takoradi, and Tamale. So that's where you put the ID card. It goes to the center that you chose. But if you change, yes, we can change the center for you. So if you have changed it, then you come to, we can send it to where you've changed your center to. It is yet to be printed. It's part of you. We are waiting for you to pay your commitment fee so that you can print your ID cards. It will be shared when they are ready, usually before you take your exams. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll take the last question it's a very critical one. If somebody should miss a mid-semester examination due to pregnancy, delivery, and all that, please, what are they supposed to do?
Thank you very much. So what we are not so much encouraging is spraying surprises on us. If you are due for delivery, and I think we almost, unless it's an emergency, a lot of the time we know we are due for delivery. Write to the institute and get a medical form, or the medical doctor to give you a medical form. Once it gets to the institute through the director, it gets to us, and then we liaise with the program exam officers or the coordinators or even the HODs to if it's mid-sem, the advantage is that we are able to give you other form of continuous assessment. Sometimes if there's time for it. If there is no time for it, then your exams is going to be marked over 100% if it's mid-sem. But if it is an end of semester examination, that one, there will be no other way. Then the other way, or the other easy way out, is to defer you or to give you an incomplete for the semester. Let me explain. There's a difference between deferment and incomplete. Deferment means that you have actually not been able to take the course. So you could even attend lectures and all that. That one you've been deferred. But when you say it's incomplete, at least you've taken the course, you've done everything, but you could not write the exams. If it is incomplete, during the supplementary exam, you're able to appear, and then we give you the opportunity to write. Now, the advantage you have, especially when you communicate to us about the medical program or the medical emergency, is that because it's medical and it is proven, sometimes at the discretion of the institute director, we're able to allow you to write the exam, the receipt exams, free of charge, or the paper you want to write again, free of charge. And so I would always encourage you that if there are any of these emergencies, and it's not even just delivery, diseases, accidents, people are out of their jurisdiction because of the work they do. I have had a number of letters where people have been sent for peacekeeping, especially those in the service, the military and the police. And so if you find yourself in any of these scenarios, please write to us. Write to us, tell us the situation, give us the evidence, and then we can always treat it on case-by-case study. Case-by-case situation. Sorry. Thank you.
All right, so thank you very much. Do we have any last words from any of you? Then we'll take some few announcements.
So quick one. I want to put it out there that we're starting our lectures next weekend, which is the 17th, 18th weekend. Or this weekend, let me put it out because it's already Monday. So this weekend, thank you. The timetable is online. I've mentioned to you that we have a couple of programs whose timetable are not there yet. We are pushing the exam officers to do that. And so be checking the website. If yours is not there now, I want to put it out there that hopefully by Friday, we want to ensure that every timetable is there. Because it's a block system and the way and manner we handle our class, I want to encourage you to start with us. Don't delay in starting. Some of you have even paid a commitment fee, but when we ask you to come for the lectures, you are not ready psychologically. I'm preparing my mind. Before you realize the block one is done, and you didn't have the privilege of taking the courses in block one. So there is no time. When you were in the university, when the semester begins, you say there's no time. There's more time for the grasshopper to destroy the crops. And then when the exams is coming, then we change it and say there's no time for the grasshopper. Here I will say there's no time for the grasshopper to destroy the crop. So please again, this weekend, prepare yourself. Know your center, your facilitation center. If you're in Accra, don't go to any of the campuses. Make sure you know where your program is. And I've already told you that we've captured that information. We are sharing it on the various class WhatsApp pages. We also put it on the website. Know the center or the facilitation center you are in Accra. Move there this weekend and start your lectures. Some of you may not have face-to-face this weekend. You will have online this weekend. Others may be free, depending on the alternative you find yourself in. There will be no lecture this weekend. Make sure you get your timetable, study this very well, and then prepare yourself. Once again, congratulations on your admission to KNUST IDL, and we hope to have a smooth journey with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Institute Registrar?
Oh, well, there's nothing much to add, except to say that, yes, there's no time. We are starting our facilitation, lectures, we call it facilitation, this weekend. Get ready, don't miss it. And then also, if it is online, please, you know where you stay. If you know that your signal is not strong there, please find a place that we can get strong signal so that you can be online during the facilitation period. And pay your commitment fee so that we can plan. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so we'll take our final comment from the director, Professor Anthony Andrews, and then we'll take a few announcements.
Thank you very much, Charles. Let me once again welcome all of you to the Institute of Distance Learning, KNUST. I believe that this session has been very helpful. At least you know how IDL operates. You know what is expected from you as students. And then also, we've given you some insights about the support systems that we have in place. We are here to support you, we are here to help you. But take note that distance learning can be very challenging. It needs a lot of commitment, dedication, and also time management. And so I will encourage you, as they've already said, this weekend we are starting. Plan your time very well and make sure that you start the journey with us. And I'm praying that you go through this, your academic journey successfully. So thank you so much for joining us this evening, and I wish you a successful academic journey. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Director. We'll take some few announcements and then we'll draw the curtain. So after today's orientation, program-specific online orientations will be organized from Wednesday 14th to Friday 16th January 2026 from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Please look out for the schedule and respective links to join and ask any program-specific questions that will be addressed there. If you have paid the commitment fee and are yet to receive your login details or you have misplaced it, please visit apps.knust.edu.gh. I take it again, apps.knust.edu.gh, and click on Forgot Password and follow the prompts. After the receipt of your login details, you are required to register your courses for the semester. Visit apps.knust.edu.gh again, or download the Academic Information Management, that is the AIM app. Failure to do this will render you a non-student of the university, and you will not be able to take part in any activity of the institute, including the viewing of your examination results. As indicated already, biometric registration would be carried out on a date to be announced to you later. This will be done at your respective centers on a date to be communicated. So look out for our flyers. Your student ID cards will also be printed and distributed to you at your respective centers on a date to be announced. If you do not register within the specified registration period, you will not get a student ID card. The Institute Registrar emphasized that. As part of efforts to make your studies smooth, the Institute has scheduled a compulsory psychology of online learning and workshop on the use of the virtual academic space training program for all fresh students at orientation.knust.edu.gh. Note the difference. This one is orientation.knust.edu.gh. You are to complete the training program online at a time convenient for you and print your certificate on completion. WhatsApp platforms have been created for each program. Please look for your program and join the group to facilitate information flow. In case you are not on any program page, contact the following number. If you have not yet received a text message to join a particular WhatsApp platform, kindly call or kindly send a message to 05922 32181 or 050-717-6286 on WhatsApp only. Please, you WhatsApp these two numbers and then you'll be given the appropriate link to join your class page. Technical support teams have been created for each program to assist you with any issues with respect to the use of our learning management platform, login challenges, registration challenges, among others. Look for your programs among support person and liaise with him or her if you have any technical challenges. Kindly check the IDL website to know your facilitation timetable. It's been emphasized over and over and over. Check that to know when you are doing face-to-face or you are doing online. On the timetables, you are to please check for mid-semester and end-of-semester examination dates. Normally, draft and final timetables will be displayed for such examinations on the website of the Institute. Please take note of the difference between the draft and final timetables. I want to reiterate that. Kindly take notice of the difference between the draft and the final timetables, as the final timetable is the one to be followed. As we said earlier on, sometimes you download the draft and you want to stick to it. Kindly go back and get the final one. You must also read other important policy documents that guide you as a student of KNUST, such as the Student's Guide, Graduate Student's Handbook, among others. These are available under the Students section on our website. You are also reminded to be decorous and respectful in your utterances, both online and during physical lessons. Breakages and destruction of university properties are payable. Don't think that we are still in the secondary schools. If you break anything, you will pay. You are encouraged, finally, to follow our social media handles, where you get most of our flyers, most of the information we are sending out to students. And this you can find on TikTok at IDL-KNUST official. For all of them, it's IDL at IDL-KNUST official. Instagram at IDL-KNUST official. Facebook at IDL-KNUST. So please follow our social media handles, and then you will not be left behind in any of the things happening in the Institute. On this note, I would like to say thank you very much for staying with us and learning all that has been shared. And as Director said, we wish you a very successful journey in this academic adventure. Thank you very much.
Jesus been watered, we have come treading on path through the blood of the Son. Now from the gloomy past till now we stand at last, where the white beam of our bright star is fast. Straight from the places of God.